All right, so you're over 50 and for some reason thinking about creating content. You've probably watched enough YouTube videos to start thinking, hey, why the hell not me? But then that little voice kicks in, who's gonna watch me? I'm not interesting, my life isn't exciting, I'm not some 20-year-old with abs and a drone. What the hell would I talk about? And to that, I would say, perfect. You're in the exact right place. Let's talk about why, yes, it is worth doing. Even if you're not chasing views, even if you think your story is too normal, especially if you're not trying to impress anyone. You've lived. That's the content. You've got decades of lived experience. That matters. You've worked. You've probably raised people. You've built things. You've lost things. You've started over again. Now, that's not boring. That's real, right? I thought the same thing when I started this channel. But then I thought to myself, hey, you got married at 26. You got divorced at 26. You've moved across the country at 26. You became a D-list rock star in Hollywood. You lost it all. You moved back across the country, started over, ran a reptile breeding business, had a stroke, started over, lost a leg, and am currently starting over again. At the very minimum, I have some stuff I could talk about. I figured, why not give this YouTube thing a try? What I'm saying is, you don't need to create content that's flashy. You need to create content that's honest. Most people are drowning in fake perfection. They want something real. If you could talk straight, share a perspective, and be clear about who you are, then you're already ahead of most people that are on this thing. You don't need fancy gear. You just need to show up. Look, I get it. You think you need the $3,000 camera. You think you need the lighting rig that NASA used to fake the moon landing. You think you need the mic that Joe Rogan uses. You don't. You need a phone, a place to sit, and a story or a point of view. That's it. Everything else is optional. People waste months of time buying gear and watching tutorials. Skip all of that. Start recording. Talk about something you know about. It doesn't have to be profound, it just needs to be real. Your timing isn't off, it's actually just right. There's this lie floating around that if you didn't start YouTube at 19, then you've missed a boat. Like, content creation is a trend that you should have jumped on in 2008. First off, nobody knew what they were doing back then either. Second, your age gives you something that most content creators on YouTube now don't have, and that's perspective. Some of the best creators that I've seen have started later in life, and I think it's now because they finally have the time, they finally have the money, and they have less of a damn to give if nobody else likes it. At 50, you're not making content for clout. You're making it to say something that means something. You're not late. You can't be late when you're on your own timeline. And that's a pretty good place to be. The algorithm doesn't care if you have gray hair. I'm not claiming to know much about the all-powerful algorithm, but I do know this. The algorithm cares about people that show up consistently, that provide value, and that have engagement with other people. That's it. There's this idea on YouTube that you have to be a personality, that you have to be some big roided up version of yourself. You don't. That's actually super annoying. You could talk calmly. You could be dry. You could be sharp. You could be quiet. You just have to be clear about what you're saying and why you're saying it. Plus, people over 40 are the fastest growing demographic on YouTube. And trust me, we're way more loyal than some 19-year-old that just discovered that cassette tapes used to be a thing. What if I have nothing to say? Here's the truth. You've been fed a diet of bullshit highlight reels and nonsense. Vacations, perfect lighting, endless confidence. That's bullshit. That's not real life, that's advertising. Meanwhile, your real, ordinary experiences, that's what people actually connect with. A short video about how you got laid off and started over at 52? That hits harder than another hyper-edited morning workout routine by some 25-year-old that's choking down wheatgrass all day. You don't need to be interesting. You need to be honest. There's a difference. Your everyday stuff could be somebody else's holy shit moment. Hell, I spent 15 minutes last week watching a guy who refuses to use Bluetooth. It had 80,000 views. Believe me, you've got this. You'll be terrible at first. Do it anyway. Your first few videos are gonna suck. You're gonna say, too much. You'll hate how you sound. You're gonna wanna delete everything. But don't. Keep going. All right? The only way to figure out your voice is to use it. Nobody starts perfect. Everyone starts awkward. And most people quit too soon because they're afraid to look stupid. Here's the upside of being over 50. You've already looked stupid. You've survived it. You'll be fine. You don't need to go viral. You just need to matter to someone. Forget the idea of blowing up. What if 5 people watched your video and one of those 5 felt seen? That's enough. That's impact. You're not chasing being YouTube famous. You're building something real, quietly, consistently, for the right reasons. The people who resonate with your content are going to be the people that keep coming back. The rest are just going to scroll by. That's just how it works. Don't wait until it's ready. It'll never be ready. If you're waiting for the right setup, the right time, the right idea, you're going to be waiting forever. Start now. Start messy. You'll get better. You're half a century old. You'll figure it out. You figured out harder things. But the difference between I could do that and I'm doing that is actually doing it. If you're over 50 and thinking about becoming a content creator, I hate that term, content creator. Jesus. Don't let the fear of not being interesting stop you. Because the truth is that somebody out there is looking for somebody just like you. Not the perfect version of you, not the over-edited version of you, just you, the way you are right now. And if you're still not sure, make one video, just one. Talk about something real, hit the upload button, and see what happens. That's what I did. I'm having a great time doing this. Do me a favor, hit subscribe, smash the like button like it was your best friend's sister in high school, and drop a comment if you've been on the fence about starting a channel. Till next time, guys, stay loud, give more than you take, and go out and make something.